Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Just wanted to go over a few stories that I thought were interesting, a few stories that matter to you, that matter to me, that matter to our community. So that's kind of how I'm addressing Fernandez files for you today. So the first story I wanted to cover is on our website, so we can head over there right now. For more information, you can always head there. It's WOWT.com. So we're following this story, the Omaha Motorcycle Club president arrested for violating the sex offender registry. So the Douglas County Sheriff's Office arrested the president of the Los Diablos Motorcycle Club on Wednesday. Here he is on your screen right here. He's Danny Robinson, 64 years old, was arrested for violating the Nebraska sex offender registry, according to a report. Now, this is an interesting side note, right? So this arrest comes shortly after a homicide on Sunday outside of Los Diablos Motorcycle Club that left 37-year-old Alexander Whitcomb dead. The shooting is spurring calls to shut down the bar, so we do know that. An investigation showed that Robinson was using the Motorcycles Club address as his permanent address instead of his Omaha residence. So this is a violation with the sex offender registry. As a side note, Robinson was placed on the sex offender registry back in 1994 after being convicted of first-degree sexual assault in Douglas County. So this is the first Fernandez file, if you will, that we're following today. The Omaha Motorcycle Club president arrested for violating the sex offender registry. So there he is on your screen, 64-year-old Daniel Robinson. So that is story number one. We're going to head over to story number two now in just a second. This story, Governor Pillen is ordering the deployment of the National Guard to assist with the Hurricane Milton response. Take a look at his website now. So he ordered the deployment of approximately 150 Nebraska National Guard soldiers and airmen to Florida to assist with the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. The group will leave for Florida at the end of the week. Let's take this full screen so you can kind of get a better understanding from the governor's website here. Now, this mission is in response to an Emergency Management Assistance Compact request from the state of Florida to provide emergency National Guard general purpose support following Milton's landfall. So a lot going on there. The soldiers and airmen, this is kind of cool. They're all volunteers. They're coming from multiple units across the Nebraska National Guard. They're gathering at Camp Ashland before they go, and then they plan to drive to Florida. Now from there, they'll be tasked and relocated to areas of need as determined by the Florida National Guard and emergency response officials there. And they are expected to be in Florida for about 2 weeks, just helping with whatever the emergency crews may need. So we'll have to, that's a developing story. We'll have to kind of wait and see, you know, how that plan plays out. So our third story for today, we're chatting a little bit about the weather. We have this all available for you on our webpage as well. Again, that's WWT.com. Let me refresh this page before we head over there. There we go. So let's head over. Again, this is WWT.com. And you can always get the latest by clicking on this First Alert Weather tab. Okay, so this I find really interesting. So we have a couple 6 First Alert Weather days coming up for widespread frost and freeze early next week. This was put together by Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord and Chief Meteorologist Emily Roller. So take a look. Monday we're expecting 33 degrees, a widespread frost, and then Tuesday of next week 31 degrees with widespread freeze and frost. That's a tongue twister for you. And then look, I've just got to show you this, right? So here's a look outside today. This is a look from our Blackstone camera. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord says today we can expect it to be sunny and warm with a high of 86. So a bit different from what we're looking at come next week, right? So again, today's high likely around the 80s, and then if you take a look here, Monday 33, and then Tuesday 31 degrees. So frost and freeze next week. So it's interesting how we kind of jump from summer to winter. What happened to autumn, right? So I'll take you back to our shot here, full screen from our website. All right, so here's the average first frost. So you can see the averages across our area. Lincoln, October 1st, Fremont, October 3rd, Omaha, October 6th. And the average first freeze, again, a look at Lincoln, the 7th, Fremont, the 12th, and Omaha, the 14th. So we're more on track with the average first freeze than we are at the average first frost, according to these two graphics put up here by our 6 First Alert weather team. And again, taking another look outside today from our Children's Nebraska cam. So again, remember, today a high of 86. Tonight, low and cool, clear and cool rather, with a low of 56. Then Friday, we anticipate the day to be partly cloudy, a high of 86. Saturday, partly cloudy with a high of 79. And then I've just got to show you that again. So we just jump back and forth seemingly between those summer temperatures for the remainder of this week and then get ready for that chill factor on Monday. My goodness, I'm cold just thinking about it. 31 degrees, 6 First Alert weather day on Monday. Oh, excuse me, 33 degrees on Monday and then 31 degrees on Tuesday. So something to look out for. And our meteorologists are saying, of course, plan to harvest before then. So if you have time this week, let's do it this week, perhaps Saturday or even Sunday. Partly cloudy on Saturday with a high of 79. So make sure you get all those veggies out of the ground before that first freeze and frost happens next week. Now, in the meantime, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us this afternoon on the Fernandez Files. All these stories are developing as we speak, so we'll be sure to give you updates as soon as we get them into our newsroom. In the meantime, you want to stick with us for our first broadcast. That's First at 3 with Dave Zavolinsky. Until then, have a wonderful day.